I'm Marin, and this is Post-its and Pens. Hello and welcome to or welcome back to my channel. My name is Marin, and here you will find a little beauty, a little books, and a little teaching content. So if that sounds like something you might enjoy, I would love for you to subscribe and stick around and join me in my little corner of YouTube. Today's video is going to be my August TBR using my wheel of prompts. So let's go ahead and get into the video. To start off, we're going to go ahead and do a recap of how I've done so far in July. It is July 25th currently, so I have about a week left. But spin number one gave me a nonfiction book, and for that I was to read What Every Kindergarten Teacher Needs to Know, which I have not read yet, but I'm hoping to get to this week. Spin number two gave me a book with LGBTQIA+ representation, and for that I chose Aristotle and Dante Dive into the Waters of the World, which I have read and I vlogged. I'll link that above in case you'd like to check it out. Spin number three gave me a book off of my owned TBR, and for that I had chosen Beach Read by Emily Henry, which I have not read yet, but I'm hoping to start within the next couple of days and get finished before the end of the month, so we'll see. Spin number four gave me a contemporary, and for that I chose Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. I have not started this yet, but I'm planning on starting it today, so it will get done before the end of the month. And then spin number five gave me a book with my initials on the cover, and for that I chose Salt to the Sea by Ruta Sepetys, which I have read. It is in the same vlog that I put my thoughts on Aristotle and Dante. So again, that's linked above. Check it out if you are curious. But anyway, that's enough of that. Let's get into the spins for August. Okay, I am gonna go ahead and just put the spins right here for you. So here we go with spin number one. Okay, that gave me nonfiction, which was the exact same first spin I got last time. So I'm gonna take that off and respin. I'm trying to get like some variety here, and I feel like I keep getting the same prompt. So let's try again. This is try number two for spin number one, and let's hope that it's something different. Okay, that one is different. That gave me classic. So I have a classic on my 22 books to read in 2022 list, so I might go with that one, but let me look around and see which one I want to choose. I am going to go ahead and go with Anne of Green Gables by L.M. Montgomery. I have this really cute edition. This is the Penguin Puffin Classics, but it's super cute. It's been on my shelf forever. It's a book on my 22 books to read in 2022 list. I want to make sure I'm getting to at least a couple of these each month to make sure I'm gonna finish the list. So this is what we're gonna go with. It is available on audio as well, which will help a little bit with like the classic language, but here we go. Here's my classic. Okay, and here is spin number two. Audiobook is definitely something I can do. I have access to a ton of them through Scribd and also my library. So let me see what I want to do for that. Now for audio, I looked through my library's site. They use Overdrive, so I was kind of going through and looking to see if any of the books that I was already planning on reading this month are available on audio, and they do have T. Kingfisher's newest release, which is What Moves the Dead. This is the pick for August for the Literally Dead book club hosted by Kayla at Books and Lala. I'm trying to read each of those book club picks this year. So want to get this on the wheel so that I don't have to add it on in addition to the 5 books from the wheel. So that's what we're going to go with. The library has it. Hopefully it will get to me in time. I have put a hold on it, so we'll just see how it goes. Okay, spin number 3. Paranormal, also something I can do. I used to read a ton of paranormal, and a few of the series that I have on my 22 series to finish in 2022 list are paranormal. So let me see which one I want to put here. Okay, as I'd mentioned, I do have several series on my 22 series to finish in 2022 list that are paranormal, but I wanted one that I felt like I could get through quickly, and this is because there is a 48-hour round of the Final Book Support Group hosted by Steph Loves happening in August. I think it's the second weekend. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with a book that will cross a series off my list, and that is Strange and Ever After by Susan Dennard. This is the third and final book in her Something Strange and Deadly series. It's like zombies and like a mad magician running around raising the dead. So been a lot of fun with the first 2 books. Curious to see how this series is gonna finish, and that's what we're gonna do for my paranormal pick. All right, spin number 4. Okay, 5-star prediction, always a good one, or at least you hope it's a good one. So let me take a look and see what I want to choose. All right, 5-star prediction you would think would not be that difficult, but I literally sat here, stared at my bookshelves, scrolled through my Goodreads before finally realizing that I have a brand new release that is going to come out, I believe, tomorrow on my 22 books to read in 2022 list. And the reason I put that on there is because I think it's going to be a 5-star. So we're gonna go with that book, which is Violet Made of Thorns by Gina Chen. I don't know that I've heard anybody talk about this. I feel like people probably got like some galleys or arcs of it, but I've not really looked super in depth to it. Hopefully it will be a book that I really like. I do know it is the first of a series, so not my favorite, but the cover is very pretty, and I'm excited to give it a read, and we'll just hope that it is an actual 5-star. Okay, and our final spin, spin number 5. Okay, sci-fi, not a genre that I read a ton of, so let me see what I want to do for that. Okay, sci-fi is always something that gives me trouble every time I land on this prompt. And I put it on there because I am trying to like branch out and read a bit more sci-fi, but I don't typically have a ton of sci-fi on my TBR. So it's always a struggle. So I thought maybe I would do the second book in the Aurora Cycle series by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. I thought about putting For Darkness Shows the Stars by Diana Peterfrund, which was on a previous TBR that I didn't read, but neither of those were really like calling to me. And then I remembered that the sequel to A Psalm for the Wild Built came out like earlier this month, I believe, and I have it on hold from my library. That is book number 2, A Prayer for the Crowned Shy. that's what we're gonna go with for sci-fi. I read the first one in June, absolutely loved it. I'm super excited to see how the series continues or ends. I don't know if this is the last one, but I also know that it's just gonna be like wholesome and sweet and make me feel happy, because that's what the first one did, and that's what I'm gonna go with for my sci-fi pick. All right, I do have one other book that I am going to need to fit into my TBR for August, and that is going to be my buzzword pick. The buzzword is something like objects in the title, and I'm taking that literally, and I'm going to be reading Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. I have only read Gone Girl by her, but I'm kind of wanting to go back and read like her original ones, like the ones she released first. And honestly, if the buzzword is object in the title and you have a book with the word objects in the title, I feel like you can't go wrong with that. So that's going to be my buzzword pick for August, and that is hopefully the only other book that I am going to need to read in August, because August is going to be very busy. We go back to work August 9th. The students start August 22nd. So I am pretty much going to be in teacher mode throughout that month, and the first few weeks of school with kindergartners are hard and exhausting. So trying to make this as low-key and chill as possible. I'm really glad that I was able to get the other mandatory read onto my wheel so I don't have to squeeze it in later. And then obviously I will see what other books I can possibly get to, but that's going to be the list. So let's go ahead and recap. So the first book is my classic, which is Anne of Green Gables by L.M. Montgomery. Book number 2 will be What Moves the Dead by T. Kingfisher. Book number 3 will be Strange and Ever After by Susan Dennard. Book number 4 will be Violet Made of Thorns by Gina Chen. And book number 5 will be A Prayer for the Crown Shy by Becky Chambers. So, pretty good list. I'm excited to see how it goes. And that's about all I've got for you. So I hope you enjoyed this Wheel of TBR video. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel if you would like to see more from me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone.